Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on European Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received. The translation reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? My name is Sarah, not a real name, and I am a domestic worker who is living here in a foreign land. Originally, I am from Zim. I am writing this confession because I can no longer bear the burden of the darkness that has followed me all my life. What wrong, what sin did I commit? It is time for me to face the truth, even though I have been facing this truth for all of my life. But I want to reveal to the whole world what I have been keeping hidden and to ask for forgiveness for the pain that I have caused, even though I cannot go to the people that I wronged because I don't know how they are going to retaliate. My story, it all started with my mother. My mother was a woman who was known in our village. She was a very powerful witch. My mom, she used to practice dark rituals. There were people that would come to my mom, especially from the Red Garment Prophet Church. Even though I was still a child, but I was exposed to the things that still haunt me to this day. One of the curses that my mother carried and passed down to me is something that is called Nyengerekezi. So this spirit, most of the people that are from my country, I'm sure that when they hear about this spirit of Nyengerekezi, the moment that you hear that and you have a child, then you will panic because this evil spirit, it causes death to the infants who are still breastfeeding. If they come into contact with me, then it will mean sudden death. The moment that I hold that baby in my arms that will still be breastfeeding, then it means that the infant is going to die. I never wanted this curse even up to this day. That is the reason as to why I do not want to have children, because my mom told me that before she gave birth to me and my brother, she lost about 6 babies that she lost because of this Nyengerekezi. So it seemed as if she did not know how to cure her own children. So I am even scared now that my mom is no longer there. If I have a child, then what is going to happen once I hold my baby in my hands? Because this spirit that possesses me, this spirit, it will also affect my baby. I don't want this curse, but it's something that I have lived with for as long as I can remember. My mother used to warn me about it, but I did not understand the full extent of its power until it was too late. I thought that I had left everything in Zim. If I left Zim, if I started a new life here in South Africa, I was going to escape this demon. But the curse followed me, just as my mother said it was going to follow me. So I began working as a domestic worker. Whilst I was working as a domestic worker, that was when 4 innocent babies died after I had held them. I didn't mean to harm them. I never wanted to hurt anyone. But this curse, it is stronger than me, and each and every time that it happened, I felt the weight of guilt and despair as it was crushing my soul. The families never knew what had caused their children to die. They thought that it was just some illness or some other tragedy. But down I know that it is I know the truth. The curse of this spirit of Nyengerekezi can only be reversed if I am able to spit on the child after holding them. So it will be very weird. After I would have touched your baby, then I say, please, can you give me your baby so that I can open your baby's mouth? Then I will spit into your baby's mouth. So that is why I have been unable to save these children that ended up dying. So I once worked for this other woman. She wanted me to take care of her baby. So when her baby started to get sick, since I was alone with the baby, I took the baby as it was crying and I forced the baby to open its mouth. Then I had to spit inside its mouth and the baby was able to survive. But the mother never knew that this is what had happened. This spirit is inside of me. It makes it so that I often don't realize the danger until it is too late. The first time that it happened, I was too shocked to act. The second and the third time, I was too ashamed to admit what I had done. The last time that I tried to save the child, the spirit overpowered me and the baby died before I could do anything. The plan was that I was going to play with the child since we were staying at the same place in the location where I was staying at that time. I was going to hold the baby and walk around whilst the mother was busy doing something else and spit directly into the baby's mouth. Then the baby can be okay. But this woman was by my side as I was walking around, and then I could not save her baby, and I gave the baby back to her. I am writing this confession because I can no longer keep this secret. I am truly sorry for the pain that I have caused, even though there is no way that I can ever return to these families and tell them that this is what I did. If I had the opportunity, I would go to them and I would explain to them everything that happened to me when I was still young and tell them that this spirit, it was given to me by my own mother because she was a witch. I could have saved their babies even though they ended up losing their babies. If you are a parent, please understand that I never wanted this to happen. I know that nothing can bring them back, but I keep on asking God for forgiveness from those that I have wronged. I also want to warn others who may be dealing with similar cases or dark spirits. Please seek help before it is too late. Do not let your pride or fear keep you from admitting the truth. The lives of innocent children are too precious to risk. I am now looking for spiritual deliverance, hoping that one day I can be free from this curse. There was this other time when I started dating this other man who is also from my country. So whilst I was dating this man, we then started staying together. This man, he then went with me to visit his parents. Whilst we were there, then my mother-in-law was quick enough to realize that I have this spirit of Nyengerekezi. She told me, but I think that she told me in a wrong way because I thought that she was going to take me to the side and to tell me that this is what she had seen. But right there and there, when I wanted to hold this other baby because her neighbor had a little child, and then when the neighbor came to see me and my fiance, that was when I wanted to hold the baby. Then my mother-in-law then said, no, 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 do not give her because she is Nyengerekezi. This child is not going to survive. So everyone who was there just laughed because they thought that my mother-in-law, she was just joking. But instead of me going to her later on to ask her how was it possible that she had found out that I have this Nyengerekezi, but I did not do that. I just pretended as if everything that she had said, it was just a lie. Even my fiance, when he asked me about it, I just said that your mother, she just hates me, even though I knew that everything what she had said, it was nothing but the truth. So if you have any spiritual problem that you might be facing, do not be ashamed. Do not have pride like the same pride that I had, because when we returned back to South Africa, that was when I started working for this other woman who also had a little baby, and that baby passed away. This is my own story, Brother Nashi. I am still asking God to forgive me. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister. That was the translation of the message that she sent to me. but I treat vana ava like